Sharonda Williams, pay your weight. Hi, Bobby. How are you doing today?
Hi, Sharonda. There's a couple of people behind
Look, I'm a part of the Thunder Force too.
you. It's so cool. It's so perfect. They're like literally right
Right? I'm
here.
like
Let's see what we've
perfectly
done.
situated.
Yeah, totally.
I first want to tell you thank you so much for just letting the world know how hard it is for villains. Because not only do you have to take over the world, you have to remember all of the people's names that's on your payroll. So I just want to thank you for
Totally.
that. Like no one
Yes,
knew how
you're
hard it was.
nobody knows how hard it is. It's hard to find good help in that business, right? It's hard to keep them in line, hard to keep them alive.
I'm just saying.
There's a lot of things people don't think about with villainy.
I feel like they could do a whole documentary on this and really just open up everyone's eyes on how hard it is to truly be a villain.
Hey, Sharonda, I think you found your next job.
but but no, I love seeing your career because I'm like, you know what? Bobby is in everything. He stays booked and busy. I just aspire to be like you one day to always have a job. But I love the working collaboration, the relationship that you have, Melissa McCarthy. You guys worked in so many different films with one another. I really want to know what it's like working together and really fostering this type of relationship that can extend to so many different projects.
Oh, it's wonderful. Yeah, we're good friends now. We met through my partner Rose. They met doing Bridesmaids, and then we all worked together doing Spy. And she and I just hit it off. We're contemporaries. We like the same humor and movies and music, and so we just became fast friends on that movie. And since then, yeah, I feel really lucky. She and Ben, we stay in touch. We're friends. Our families are friends, and so you get a phone call from a friend, they're making a movie, especially if they're as talented as they are, it's just a no-brainer. The only question I had was, what's my superpower? So it's really easy, and it's rare to be able to get to work with friends in this business as much as we've gotten to work together. So I'm really grateful for it.
No, that's awesome. And I'm happy that you brought up superpowers because another thing that this film really showcases is that you have to have certain qualities inside of you before actually being granted that power, whether or not you're going to become a villain or a superhero. And I wanted to know for you, what is your real life superpower?
What is my real life superpower?
Yes, everyone has one.
I mean, you know what? You put a bunch of kids in front of me and a stack of books, I'll read 100 books and I'll never repeat the same voice twice. I just love it. I love reading out loud to kids. So maybe that's my superpower.
That's serious because I suck at reading books to my godchildren. They get tired of me after the first book. So I need
Oh, yeah, I'm very, very, very entertaining. I'm very entertaining. I can do it forever. Kids cry when I said I'm done. I got to go.
But also, too, like, I really need you to do like a whole master class on that because a lot of people need help with reading books to kids to keep their attention. Just think.
So funny. You know what? Somebody else said that to me too, actually. Babysitter I had, she was like, she couldn't believe it. She walked in on me reading to the kids, and like the kids had friends over, and they were all like spellbound. And she was like, hey, you gotta monetize that. You gotta figure that out. Teach people how to do that.
It's hard. I've had some
fun. I actually have a good time doing it. I have these two little guys, they're 3 and 5, and I got a soon to be 26-year-old. And when he was growing up, those Harry Potter books came out, and there's 7 of them, and I read every one of them out loud to him. And he put up with it. I mean, he never read any of that to himself. He let me read the whole thing to him. So I enjoy it. I do enjoy it.
That's a huge superpower. That's dedication. All 7 books, they're not short either.
There's nothing better though than seeing kids just go through it, like just have them in the palm of your hand like that. Adults are jaded and cynical, but kids are like,
they
kids
love
just give it to
time.
you. Yeah, they love it.
But also too, we've all grown up with different types of heroes in our lives that have really motivated us to become the people we are. And I wanted to know, you could just speak comic books, but also too, like, who was a hero for you that really inspired you growing up?
Oh, that's a really good question. You know what? When I was a kid, I went to Catholic school and until the 7th grade, and I had 2 people that were really important in my life. They were I had a gentleman named Joe Neglia. He was the choir director at the church, and he also was in charge of the theater company, and he was in charge of the altar boys. And so I was like, I wanted to be an actor when I was a kid, so I just wanted to be involved in everything. And so this gentleman took me under his wing and like put me in the plays and put me in the choir, and I was the youngest person in it. It was all adults, and so I really owe him a lot because because he really indulged my appetite for the arts and for being on stage at a very young age, because otherwise I wouldn't have known where to go.
Right.
So I think he was pretty heroic in my childhood.
Oh, thank you so much for telling me that. I was an altar girl, all of that at Catholic school growing up. So
Were you?
yeah, I went to a Catholic high school and Jesuit college. So yeah,
Oh wow, cool.
yeah.
What college did you go to?
I went to St. Louis University.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, when I think about it, it's kind of life changing. And I haven't seen him since I was a kid, but when prodded to remember people that are important, he does pop into my head. So
No, that's awesome. Well, Bobby, thank you so much for inspiring me to brush up on my storytelling skills, reading the books to the kids. I appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Sharona. Thanks for saying nice things about the movie. I appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye-bye.